child at 22 weeks. So this is what we want them to look like. This is a picture right in the womb, eh? It's amazing how anybody could say that the child in the womb, especially with, you know, our technology, is crazy. Eh? They give these beautiful prenatal pictures. That is so obvious, and that's only 22 weeks. And anyway, it's hard to believe, eh?
Well, history has shown us, people see a lot of people who, in crimes against humanity, are fully human, but they are fully blind, and they see what they want to see.
Yeah.
So.
I guess that happened in the case of slavery.
Or Rwanda.
Even more recently, yeah.
And so the knowledge they know, but the heart has become blind.
Yeah. And I guess that's why we have to show the graphic images of what abortion really does to children, eh?
But that's why this morning, when that young man was standing talking to Rosemary, you're praying, not that they would pay attention to what they see, but that their heart would be open. That bitterness and bias against life, that dissatisfaction with the hope that life is, that they would all of a sudden appreciate the beauty of life, in all its troubles and problems and adversity and difficulties, that life is such a challenge, but there's something so beautiful in it, so beautiful in all that's wrong with the difficulties, that they would have a heart to see past that. And I'm thinking of Rosemary. I saw a picture of her one time, and this man, it was a side picture. And so you're seeing Mary's face, and directly to her side is a man screaming hysterically. I mean, like he would want to eat her up. And yet, Rosemary's demur was so focused, so at peace. Because when you have the truth, it keeps you not having to fight. You're simply quietly, lovingly, peacefully telling the truth. And what they do with it isn't what we react to. We react to more information, educating, and then if they decide to remain hostile, we can't do anything about that. That's their heart issue, and only God can change that. But what we ultimately want to be, that when they meet us, my prayer is always that they will know that we have been with Christ, that Jesus is the one that put us here for his love's sake, for a cause so dear to his heart. So,
yeah.
So
well,
watch and pray.
Watch and pray, and show the truth of abortion, and plant the seed, because that's the thing about images. The seed is there, even though they don't always change the heart and mind of the person instantly, although sometimes they do.
Yeah.
But the visual image is implanted there forever. Just like, wasn't it Rosa Parks that somebody asked her many years later, after she stood up on that bus, what was it that galvanized you to do that? Because that was so, you know, courageous for her to do that. And what was her response? Do you remember what she said? I think it was, she said it was the image of that young boy. Remember that young black boy who was brutally beaten and killed?
Everett, I think. Yeah.
Everett, yeah. What was his name? Was
I just remember Everett.
It was Everett. Yeah. And she said, I had that graphic image of his horribly mutilated face in my mind, and I said, there's no way I'm going to let that boy have died for nothing. And so that graphic image was burned in her brain.
Yeah.
And it was horribly graphic.
Well, even this week with, last week with this killing in the States, and this young woman climbing up the flag to take that Confederate flag down. It was a matter of, I'm not waiting for the government to do something. I am a human being who is also accountable for our history's past. And I choose to make a symbolic action that speaks to when we see something needs changing, then we're the one that should be out front doing it, not waiting for a blind government to show courage. And that flag was, later in the day, put back up. But that isn't the issue. The issue is she took it down.
And it's the image of her doing it.
Yeah, it's us doing personally what we know we should be doing at that time, in that place, at that moment. Often at the abortion clinic, they'll say, well, you can't do anything, go to your lawmakers, go to your... But that day, we are there for that particular baby, at that moment that's being destroyed. And that's our focus, that one human being to another human being, that I'm there with you. You don't die alone. We're there for you.
Right. Yeah. Every single life is precious.
For the mother, for the father, for the families, that people know that there are people there that care.